What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails of Cold Steel 4. Last time we handled the Alan request. Alan is finally back to normal, although it does seem like he's going to be sleeping out the duration of this war, so Bridget's going to be watching over him. So, out of the side quests we have currently on us, we have one more to do, but there's still going to be two more for us to do after this before we actually start this operation. But let's handle this one, and then we'll look up where to find the next one. I'm still undecided if I want to read all the 3 and 9 books, as I mentioned last time, on video, just simply because it's like an actual, like, full book, like a book you would buy in real life. And this just feels like super long. You know, I just don't know. Like, you look at how many pages there are here, and it just feel like each one of these books is probably, maybe like every 2 books could be its own video. Like, I feel like it'll take probably like 30 minutes to read every like 2 books. So it just feels like too much. I feel like, honestly, like, there's probably a million channels on YouTube that have like a reading of these books, so you can probably just read them on your own. So what I'll probably do is just like, before the game ends, I'll probably just read it on my own. And then, obviously, anything related to it that pops up as we continue playing, I will obviously address it, being like, oh, this is what happened in the book, we know about this. But yeah, so that's probably what I'm gonna do. But let's talk to Sandy, see what she needs some help with. Hey Sandy, I came here after seeing your request, but... Instructor Reen, you're here. I know you're really busy right now, you can't even begin to imagine how much I appreciate it. Don't worry about it, I guess you could say I don't want to leave anything unfinished that I might regret later. So, what about the Harvest Festival? Right, Mom and I were just discussing it actually. Ever since the incident with Kleiss & Co., pretty much all of Alster's been really down in the dumps, even Mayor Matham. I couldn't help but worry that everyone was going to fall apart, so I started thinking whether there was anything we could do. The Harvest Festival is put off due to the war and Prince Oliver's passing, but maybe holding it anyway will breathe life back into the town. You know, I can understand your line of thought. These kinds of traditional events can really lift people's spirits. It'd be a breath of fresh air. Exactly. If you're okay with it, we actually have some tasks we'd like your help with. Do you think you can make some time? Sounds like a great idea. I'll do what I can. Such a relief to hear. I know it's quite sudden and all, but we're still lacking some key items for the festival ceremony. If you could help us gather them, it'd be an incredible help. Key items? Yes, 3 of them. First, we need sunny lilies to offer at the altar. Normally, you'd be able to find them in bloom just outside of town, but they withered before they had a chance to bud this year. Still, I bet you can find a flower shop in Ortis that has some. Sunny lilies, got it. There's a florist on North Street. There we can check. The second item is galette flour. It's used to make galettes for everyone at the festival. If I remember correctly, it's known as buckwheat flour in the East. Pretty sure Nyo Soy An in Leaves doesn't have any in stock right now. You could look for it on East Street or in one of Crossbell's import shops. Appreciate the advice, I'll be sure to stop by. Last but not least, maple basil. It's for the galette, of course. Oh, but the local plants have already wilted. I'm not sure where you can find it in store. You can visit Liza at the bakery in Leeds. She's practically a walking encyclopedia for herbs, so she might know where to find them. We'll pay her a visit then. Just to recap, we need to visit Ortis, Crossbell, and Leeds to collect what you need. I can definitely see how this would be pretty challenging for the 2 of you to handle. Haha, you took the words right out of my mouth. That's why this will be such a big help. If it's okay with you, just tell us what you spent after. We'll pay you back all at once. The 2 of us will get started on food prep and decorations. Thank you so much. You're lifesavers. No worries, just leave it to us. Although I'm sure if it's not like super expensive, Reen's gonna be like, you know what, don't even worry about it. Alright, so we want to go to, not North Street. Oh no, yeah, North Street. That's where the flower shop should be. Glycine's flower shop, huh? Can't think of a better place for us to find those flowers than here. Excuse me, do you carry sunny lilies? Why, it's lovely to see customers for a change. I've been going through a real dry patch with times as they are. But you see, unfortunately, our sunny lilies are currently out of stock. You might be able to get your hands on some if you head over to Brionia Island. Not that that's really an option right now. That's alright, thanks anyway. We'll figure something out. Sorry I couldn't help you find what you need. They're blooming over on Brionia Island. Maybe it would just be faster to go pick them ourselves. Let's head over there for the sunny lilies then. Well, guess that's our only option. Not that I really know where on Brionia I'm going to be able to find them, but... Right up there, so... This is probably close enough. Or maybe not. This is probably fine. We can do some exploring anyway. Blonde hair for Duvali, huh? Pardon me? What are we level-wise, by the way? Okay, like, still mid-130s. Sunny lilies. This is probably what we need. Oh, these must be sunny lilies. They kind of remind me of the flowers growing on the road to Hamel. Let's pick a few and get going. We still need some other ingredients. So what were the other locations? Right, leaves. We want to talk to Liza at the bakery. And then I'll have to remember what the third location was. Kids look like they were looking at something terrifying. The basil Sandy asked for. She might know something about it. Liza, I know this is out of the blue, but do you know anything about maple basil? Sandy asked us to get some, so we're looking for some. Oh, you're looking for maple basil? It's actually pretty rare. You definitely won't find it in any stores around here, but there's a place you can pick it yourself. Where can we find it? At the branch campus's vegetable garden. Really? I talked to Sandy about it right before everyone left for the field exercises in Heimdallar. In exchange for taking care of it while she was away, I received permission to use a section of it for myself. I see, so you decided to grow maple basil there. That's right, though I have to say I'm a little surprised at the coincidence. Oh, could it be? What your fiancé left behind for you was... Yes, but all I did was plant the seeds you found for me, instructor. The leaves should have gotten bigger by now. They're ready to be harvested. I want to help you and Sandy, so please take as much as you like. I think he'd be happy to know they're being used. Thank you, Liza. We'll make good use of them. Alright, let's head to the branch campus. Who's this? Heimdallar citizen. Probably just hiding out. Someone who probably wasn't inflicted by the curse. Or afflicted, not inflicted. It does feel like most of the people in, you know, leaves, I guess, are doing pretty well as a whole. In terms of, like, not being corrupted by it. Doesn't really seem like anyone's at leaves right now, though. This must be the maple basil that Sandy wanted. The ones back in Alster all wilted, but the seeds that Liza planted here have grown up really well. I'll just take a few. There, that should be enough. We still need some other ingredients. What was the other one? Oh, right, it was in Crossbell on East Street. Oh, okay. Looks like there's several places you might be able to get it. May as well start here. I'll ask if they have any here. Excuse me, do you have any galette flour? Galette flour? Ah, we just call that buckwheat flour in these parts. My apologies, we don't stock that here. P&R might have some, though. They run a stall out front. It's worth asking them about it in any case. I see, thank you for your help. Excuse me, do you have any galette flour? Galette flour? Oh, right, sorry, but we just asked at the other. You would think Reen would have been like, just call it what it's called here. All right, sorry, we call it buckwheat flour where I'm from. Sure, we got plenty. We've been having trouble shifting it actually. I'm from outside the Empire, so I guess people don't use it in Erebonian dishes. Glad we finally found somebody who wants some. Same here, we've been looking everywhere. It's 500 mira a bag. Hope that doesn't run your pockets too deep. Want to buy some right now? You got yourself a sale. Thanks for your business. Okay, that's everything Sandy asked us for. Better head back to Alster. Seemed like a simple enough quest compared to the last few we've been doing. Oh. Kai, bring something back from the distillery, okay? Tilia, help me carry the table. Alright, be back in a bit. I'll try my best too. You look busy, Sandy. We brought what you asked for. Oh, Instructor Reen, thank you. Sunny lilies, galette flour, maple basil, you have it all. You found everything so quickly. Thank you so much, Instructor Reen. I have to get ready now, but I hope you enjoy the Harvest Festival. We will. Alster's Harvest Festival. I'm sure Toval and His Highness would be interested. Might be tough for him to come, but just letting him know won't do any harm. A little while after, Alster's Harvest Festival was finally ready to begin. I guess we have everybody who was in my party at the time. And obviously Toval's here. Thanks for letting me know, Reen. You're gonna let His Highness and everyone else know too, right? I did, but they looked really busy when I contacted them. Then again, there are people out there facing life or death situations. It's not really the time for smiles and laughter, is it? Okay, that's fair. Well, I'll just take care of that then. Anyway, putting together such a nice festival in a short amount of time. Your students never fail to impress, do they? They really don't. As an instructor, I honestly couldn't ask for more. Instructor Reen, Toval, have you sampled the food yet? The galette's there, the special one you brought us the ingredients for. I can't believe you made this much with your own two hands, Sandy. You put people decades older to shame, you know that? I couldn't agree more. The basil is so fragrant, it spreads so evenly throughout the galette. That's nice of you both to say. Oh, and I wanted you to know that we were able to decorate the altar with those sunny lilies. Being able to do the Harvest Festival justice means a lot to me. Fingers crossed it's enough to give the people of the town a little pep in their step. I know what you mean, Sandy. But getting back on your feet emotionally can take a bit of time. So even if they don't look it, I'm sure your kindness has reached our hearts. They'll be on the up soon enough. It's already starting to work, Sandy. The town feels a little lighter. It's emerging from the gloom that was taking over. And it's the same for us. Your delicious cookings give Reen and me a huge boost. That's as good a review as they come. Thank you so much, you two. Okay, thank you for your patience, everyone. I know that voice. That's right, Sherazard Harvey, the traveling dancer extraordinaire, here to join the Alster Harvest Festival. And I will serve as your attendant, as always. Sherazard Mueller. Talk about extraordinary guests. I can't believe this is actually happening. Am I just seeing things? Olivia Lenheim, traveling musician at your service. If you would all be so kind as to lend me your ears, I would love the honor of performing a piece for you. This is a miracle. I'm so happy to see them, but I'm too ashamed to show my face. Mayor Matham, if you're hesitating or if you feel regret, then that's all the more reason to speak to them. Even these times, she really seems to love dancing. She does, and it's so beautiful. It really is. The way she aligns her movements with His Highness is incredible. Even if the eye patch isn't exactly ideal, I'm just glad our prince is alive and well. Absolutely, that alone is enough reason to offer thanks to Eidos. There really isn't anyone else quite like him. It's true, he always takes things in a beautiful direction. His Highness constantly orders me around, but even I'm glad to see it. I haven't seen reckless behavior like this from him in a while now. It's nice to see every now and then, I have to say. Sherazard's dancing brought the festival's excitement back up again. Olivia then chatted with the Alster residents. He told them of how he managed to survive and how he had been concealing his identity ever since. The Harvest Festival, a success, in large part thanks to Sandy's efforts, began nearing its end. After they decided to take a break, Reen and the others stood in front of the stone monument at the Lenheim residence. It's well past the point of really mattering now. But was showing yourself like that a good idea? Fear not, when it comes to this town, everyone's ability to keep a secret is something I have complete confidence in. The thing is, to me, they're as good as family. And family worries about, and takes care of each other. They're all going to work in earnest to protect me. That's as good as guaranteed. I agree completely. I never in a million years would have imagined that this place could burn down like that. This was where your mom lived, right? Right. As people who shunned luxury and treated everyone equally. To me, those days were humble, warm, and above all, deeply fulfilling. And when I tried to defer to you, she became so angry. When I listen to you talk about it, I start getting a pretty good picture in my head. She's why you and Lieutenant Colonel Mueller are so close, if I remember correctly. I know that most people say this about their family, but she really was a special person. She was so full of love. Aww. I wish you were here, Mom. Probably the most serious we've ever seen him. I know that you're still up there worrying about me. I hope that you're always watching over us. They offered a prayer as they stood in front of the monument, then left Alster, being seen off by the town's residents. Oh, well, that was nice. Why is there a random sheep here? Guess they kind of just go where they want to go. Alright, that one didn't take as long as I was expecting compared to the others, so let me look up. The final quest we have to do to open up the quest that will lead to the true ending.
Yes.
Alright, let's take a look. Alright, yes. So Showdown of the Decade, well, I guess I can look at them. Alright, so let's see. Showdown of the Decade, Ghosts of Hamel, we did that. I know. Okay, here it is. Missing persons report. Where do we get it? Oh, okay. It's a quest in Milsante. I think I remember this one. I believe you have to have Yuna and Randy with you, though. I think they are important for this. May as well mix up the party a bit anyway. Alright, Milsante. I mean, really, a lot of these wouldn't be that hard to find if you just go everywhere. Like, just go to every, like, major town that you've been to. Okay, the general store. Oh, I thought that was that's not the family that got split up. Even if it's Diana we're talking about here, I'm starting to get a bit worried that something's happened. Yeah, if she thought her stay was going to drag on, she'd normally have sent a message saying so. Given where she went, right? Diana, that must be the store owner. Pardon the intrusion, but is something troubling you? You guys, you're the military academy folks who keep coming here. Maybe we should ask them, what do you think? It can't hurt. If it won't inconvenience you, I have something I'd like to discuss. Do you have time now? We'd be happy to listen. We'll try to help if we can. Looks like the store owner isn't here. Is that what you need to talk over? That's exactly it. The owner, Diana, left 2 days ago for a trip to Crossbell on a work trip. She was scheduled to return yesterday, but she didn't, nor did she send a message saying she'd be late. We have a hunch that something else might be going on. What do you mean by that? The official reason she gave us for going to Crossbell was to stock up on our Morica special honey. But we think she may have actually gone to Crossbell to visit her family. She has family still in Crossbell? Yes, we don't know any more than that. We think she has a daughter and father back in Crossbell. Maybe we should back up a little. To begin with, it seems Diana herself is originally from Crossbell. Here's the thing, though. We believe her mother's side of the family are Lamar nobles, that she used those connections to move to Erebonia. Indeed. Oh, so Randy knows. The reason she moved is because she got divorced 10 years ago. She left her 10-year-old daughter behind in the city and came here. I think it's always pained her. 8 years ago, she set up this shop and has contributed greatly to Milsante's prosperity. She even gave us live-in positions so we'd have a place to stay. So does this mean, like, Ellie hasn't seen her since? Like, I know they've kept in contact, I guess. Maybe. We kind of think that everything she did came from a need to atone. If we're right, then it would kind of make sense why it's taking her so long to come back from Crossbell. Huh, I see. She comes from a Lamar family, huh? Something about that rings a bell. I just had a gut feeling. I think I'm picking up on what you're putting down. Anyway, it's very worrisome she hasn't been in contact at all. Do you know where she was intending to stock up on the honey? Yes, it's a store called Tally's General Store on West Street in Crossbell City. Got it. We'll go see what we can find out for you. It's very kind. We'd appreciate that. So we're looking for Diana, who's gone to Crossbell City. If we visit Tally's General Store, we should take Yuna and Randy. Well, luckily, I brought them with us. So West Street, Yuna's hometown. Or, yeah, I guess you could say hometown. I mean, it's all in Crossbell City, so. Uni and Rand are a lot more familiar with Crossbell than me. Maybe we should ask them about Diana together. Oh, so it's similar to the Hamill stuff. Excuse me, I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions. Sorry to bug you, Elsa. Is now a good time? Oh, hi there, Yuna. I see you brought your instructor with you, too. I'm not busy at the moment. What did you want to know? We appreciate the help. Have you met with anyone named Diana around here lately? We're trying to find her, but not really sure where to start. You're looking for a Diana? She came in yesterday morning to buy some honey. Must have been the first time I'd seen her in 10 years, but she barely changed at all. She's still just as radiant as ever. Wish I knew what her secret is. Oh, I didn't realize you and Diana knew each other. I sure do. She used to be one of our regulars here. Her daughter really takes after her. Such a pretty young lady. Her husband had to return to Calvert. I wonder if they're able to stay in touch these days. Well, that's one question solved. Yeah, Diana's got to be Ellie's mom. Of course she is, didn't you know? I had an inkling, but it's nice to have it confirmed. Do you know where Diana went after coming here? Not outright, but I believe it has something to do with the fortress that appeared above Erebonia. News about it broke around the same time she came by. And then she left right afterwards, saying she needed to contact some people back in Milsante. Really? She said that? No one in Milsante ever heard from her. Something smells fishy. That's right, we got a mystery on our hands. Oh, it's you guys. You kids eavesdropping on our conversation? Ah, yeah, sorry about that. But as the JSSS, it's our duty to take an interest in incidents like this. The Junior Special Support Section are on the case, huh? Got any leads that could help us? I guess this has turned into a case at this point. You want to tell them, Momo? Okay. So I saw the Diana lady leaving the shop, and she dropped her hair scrunchie. I picked it up so I could give it back to her, but then something weird happened. She turned a corner, and all of a sudden, she wasn't there anymore. That does sound strange. Are you sure you didn't just lose sight of where she went? No way, we recreated the whole scene to make 100% sure. There wasn't anywhere she could have gone after rounding that corner. No side alleys, no doors, nothing. In other words, this is another mysterious disappearance on the books. And all the evidence points to her getting spirited away. What, like she got taken by a ghost or something? Surely not. We've had other reports about people disappearing suddenly around here lately, actually. Yeah, last time we checked, 3 people have gone missing, not including Diana. That's crazy. I see, you guys did a pretty good job checking all that out. But you've done enough, leave the rest to the pros. Aw, come on, Randy, that's not fair. Hold on, Ryu, think about it. Our investigation will go smoother with a little help. Yeah, we have to tell Lloyd and the others about this. Yup, so we're gonna get Lloyd, Ellie, and Tio to join up with us. Reed made contact with Lloyd and the SSS. Leaving the others at the Courageous, they set up a meeting at the old SSS HQ. I see how it is now. I can't believe it. Mother. Did she really come all this way to see me? Ellie. Is that the same scrunchie you said your mom forgot about? Yeah, I used to wear it all the time when I was little. Why would she risk coming back to Crossbell just to give me this? Because the picture is going to go out. That's why. You've been staying in touch with your mother, right? Like, through letters and communication and stuff? Yeah, and the same goes with my father as well. They check in on me from time to time since they're always so worried about me. Sorry, Reen, you probably have no idea what we're talking about here. No worries, I think I'm getting the gist of it. Ellie. This may turn out to be a little tougher than we thought at first. Seems that way. Have we heard back from our friends yet? Yeah, we're getting a lot of info thanks to Yona and Grace. 4 people have disappeared under mysterious circumstances in the space of a single day. Sounds bad, we can't let ourselves get ruffled. We need to take our time with the investigation and find out all we can. I agree. Let's start by interviewing people who knew the first three victims. Yeah, you're right. First up is Pruna, who went Oh, so it is related to that. Who went missing in Central Square. That's why we only saw the blonde one was still there? Her best friend Lenely was the last person to see her. After that was Mailing on East Street. She's a friend of mine. Oh, that's what we've been learning about this as we've been going, yeah. Roy was looking for her. He couldn't figure out why he couldn't find her. Her brother Roy last saw her the day she vanished. And lastly, Sandra. She went missing in the entertainment district. She was a regular at the jazz bar called Garante. The bartender there might know something. Alright, hopefully one of those will give us a good lead. We'll need all the help we can get. What do you say, Reen? Yuna? Of course, we'd be happy to pitch in. That just leaves the kids to hold down the fort till we get back. Get in touch with us right away if anything happens, alright? You think you can handle it? It's a just as important job as any of ours. An important job, huh? Okay, you can count on us. We'll do it. Take care of yourselves out there, guys. Thanks, Henri, for being the the most composed child here. During the investigation, you only... Okay. Lloyd, Ellie, Tio, and Kia temporarily joined your party. Well, this will be fun. Alright, let's figure it out. Well, since we're already in the central area... let's go ahead and talk to her. Hey, you're Lenely, right? We wanted to ask you some things about your friend Pruna. Oh my goodness, you're like from the SSS. Sure, go ahead and ask me anything. I'll tell you whatever I can. It's like this. She's missing? Whoa, that's heavy. But I guess that's the only explanation. We were wondering if you could tell us more about when you last saw Pruna. Okay, let me think. I was hanging out with her here all day yesterday morning. You're always here. Then suddenly she said she heard Arios' voice. Arios? That's weird. He's not supposed to be in Crossbell right now. You're right. Huh, really? That's what she said anyway. She said she heard his voice over by the station. Then she said we should go look for him. I went along with it, but then something didn't seem right. Then we got to the stairway on the right side of Station Street. Pruna was gone before I knew it. I had no idea where she went. The stairway on the right side of Station Street? That's close to the Geofront entrance, but wasn't it a dead end before? Yeah, it was. I thought maybe she'd fallen onto the track, so I asked the station if anyone had seen her. But it was no good. There were no sign of her anywhere. Lenily. Don't you worry about a thing. We'll find her. You really mean that? Okay, I'm counting on you. So I guess we want to get the testimony from all three people first. All right, Roy's going to be on E Street. And then they said the last one was in the entertainment district. Roy should still be at the end here, yeah. Oh, Mailing, where'd you run off to? I doubt you went on the highway at least, but... Hi, you're Mailing's brother Roy, right? We're trying to find out where she... You're the SSS. That's right, we got a few things to talk to you about. Spirited away, that's just insane. But then again, I guess the whole situation is, when I think back on it, she disappeared a little too suddenly. It was yesterday morning. Mailing was playing outside as usual, and I called out to her. She didn't seem to hear me, though. She was mumbling to herself and walking toward Central Square. Then she turned a corner, and then, just like that, poof, gone. Huh, figures. Mumbling to herself, huh? Just like all the others. And you're sure no one else was there? Now that you mention, her voice was a little louder than you'd expect for someone talking to themselves. And she sounded happy, like she was speaking to someone she knew. It was the same kind of tone she used around me and Grandpa Moore's. But I didn't see him or Grandma anywhere. Oh, wait. But I didn't see him or Grandma anywhere. I think you meant Grandpa. So it's like she was talking to a family member. Do you remember anything else, any little details? Well, she'd lost the brooch I gave her 2 weeks back. Apparently she got so torn up over it, she's been searching for it on her own ever since. Huh, that must be important. Sounds like we got a good grasp of what happened. Thank you for telling us, it was a big help. We'll find Mailing and bring her home, I promise. That's right, everything will be okay. You guys. Thanks, I know I can count on you. I mean, we've been watching Roy's story arc for a handful of games now. First met him when he was trying so hard to just find a job. Alright, Entertainment District. They said at Garante. We should ask someone there. Nice to see this place again. Aren't you the SSS? Have you come to investigate what happened to Sandra? You're just as perceptive as ever, Eric. You're right, this is what we know so far. Spirited away, you say? And other people have disappeared besides Sandra? Yeah, so anything you tell us might help somewhere down the line. Let me think. Sandra was here until yesterday morning, just like always. But she forgot her bag when she left. So I ran after her to return it, but I noticed she was walking in the opposite direction of the route she usually takes. She was heading towards Central Square. So that wasn't the way she usually walked home? No, I thought it was unusual, so I hurried after her. But then she turned a corner, and the next thing I knew, she was gone. I suspected as much. Just like what happened with Ellie's mom. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary? Now that you mention it, she's been complaining a lot about her regulars getting poached by another club. That night, she mentioned one of her old customers had gotten back in touch with her. Perhaps when she left, she wasn't going home but to meet him? I see. I've asked around myself, but none of my sources seem to have seen any sign of her. Both the government and Heyu have their hands full, so I don't think they were involved. You're the only ones I can trust to solve this case. Please find out what happened to Sandra. Of course, leave it to us. It does feel weird. It does feel like we're just playing another Crossbell game. Just with Reen on the team. Okay, we've collected enough information to get to the bottom of this. Certainly, now it just comes down to finding everyone and uncovering the truth behind these disappearances. Yeah. To start off, what do we know about the victims? Maybe we should focus on when they went missing. That's something they have in common, isn't it? It was this morning. Right? Was it yesterday morning or was it this morning? It was this morning. No, wait, that's not right. Okay. I did have it wrong at first. They all disappeared yesterday morning, so they've been missing for a solid day now. Precisely. The more time passes, the more likely they're to suffer harm. We need to act fast. Next, what do we know about the last time they were seen? Their circumstances were the same. Yeah, they turned a corner and were gone. The people who went after them said it was as if they evaporated. But nobody has actually seen the moment of their disappearance. It's difficult to see how someone could have abducted them in an instant like that. It's as if they were spirited away. Yeah, for now we can't explain it. So what about the direction they were all heading before they vanished? While we're at it, what was the reason they went out? My mother went to Crossbow to check if I was alright. But Mei-Ling left to look for a brooch from her brother. She was seen talking closely with someone, as if they were family. Then it means she was following someone's voice? Seems so. Maybe the voice was telling her it found the brooch. And then she went in the direction it was coming from. I think we're onto something here. Pruna said she heard Arius' voice, remember? And Sandra heard the voice of an old customer. That got her attention and she followed it. Then maybe my mother heard my voice? That's a definite possibility. We can't say for sure about the old customer. But in all cases, the people whose voices were heard simply weren't there. I think that gives us a clue as to the perpetrator. Yeah. Some supernatural being. Considering the unnatural circumstances of the disappearances, it's possible that some supernatural being was involved. Yeah, that's the conclusion I reached too. Sure, you could say it was a person using voice recordings on their Arcus to lead people somewhere. But if the perp was human, why would they be doing all this? A fiend, on the other hand, or a devil, could be luring humans to its lair to consume them there. That's a terrifying possibility, but if it's true, then we really need to hurry and find everyone before it's too late. For that, we need to have some idea of where to look. 3 of the abductees were going to Central Square, but one was headed in another direction. Okay, so it was Station Street. Only Pruna ended up in a dead end. That's why I suspect it was Station Street. Yeah, although the others were seen going to Central Square, they could have just gone to Station Street from there. Yeah, that's it. I must say, you two are pretty good at skilled at deduction. You'd make great detectives. Was that the power of reasoning and insight you learned as part of your 8 Leaves style reign? You give me too much credit. You led me to the right answers by asking the right questions. Uni seems to have picked up some detective skills from Rean too. I didn't contribute much. Anyway, you pieced it together even before we came here to discuss the case. I had my suspicions, but it was only after talking to you that I became convinced they were right. In any case, time is of the essence. Meet me at Station Street when you're ready, and let's go to the Geofront. We need to update Grace and Yona about the situation as well. Lloyd and Ellie told Grace and Yona about the results of their investigation. It became apparent that whatever was behind the disappearances lurked in the Geofront F sector, accessible from Station Street. Alright, let's go SSS and Reen. Well, I guess Reen and Yuna. I mean, Yuna, I assume, after, you know, she graduates and stuff, will probably become an SSS member. Like, I feel like that's probably the line of work she'll end up in. Kind of like how it seems Lucky, even though he says he doesn't really want to, Ash might become a bracer with how much they're hounding to try and get him there. Huh, it's open. The victims must be inside. Security's let their guard down. Get ready, we're going in. Everything seems to be fine now. Take a look at this brooch. Hey, that's Mailings, isn't it? Here we go again. Just like in Hamel. Wait a second. It's glowing bright red. The otherworldly aura is unmistakable. First Hamel, now Crossbill. Some powerful fiend must be the culprit. Yeah, there's a lot of questions that need answers, but one thing is certain. This is a matter of top priority. We'll need to work together to solve it as soon as possible. Reen, Yuna, I'm counting on you too. Right. Alright, well, I think we'll handle the rest of this next time, because I'm sure there's going to be, just like when we went to Hamel, there's probably going to be several areas for us to run through, and this has already kind of gone long enough. So, that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.